Hey, guess who we found, guys? You guys all right? Did he say what he stopped you for? Tail or headlight out? No? What did he stop you for? What's that? Because I'm a reporter. I report things. What's that? All right. You don't want to tell what he stopped you for? Hey guys, guess where we're at? Lavon, Texas. We've got Officer Wassmer again. Wassmer, I think that's how you say his name. Wassmer. His victims don't want to say why they've been stopped. They're probably going to thank him for their ticket. You guys remember Wassmer, don't you? The Predator? This man is a predator right here. Yeah, Justin, I know. I used up my notifications. And I was done for the night, man. I just passed a stop a few minutes ago and didn't record it because it's after 9 o'clock. I'm supposed to be done, wrapped up, home. But when I saw Officer Wassmer pulling somebody over, I absolutely, positively could not continue on and not stop. But yeah, I'm out of notifications. About to go through Bowie. I should, yeah, you should, HBO Matt. I did finally get the backup camera working, so if the stream isn't clear, I've finally got a backup video like I always used to do. I don't have the live view constantly running in the vehicle like I used to. I'll get that going in the next day or two so that we can get crystal clear live streams as well as crystal clear backup video. That car looks like it smells like weed. Yeah, exactly, Charlie. So break out the rubber gloves, touch some buttholes, right? That's what we do. After I did the video the other day of Officer Wassmer, I talked to Otto the Watchdog, who is from this area. And he told me that there are people that have said that Officer Wassmer will pull people over and actually lie. I know that's hard to believe, and honestly, without video, as far as I'm concerned, if it happened, video or it didn't happen. But here's the alleged story, is that he would pull people over for having a taillight burned out, and he won't let you get out of the car. Now, I did hear him when he came back, or I'm sorry, right before he went back to his truck, he told them, you just make sure and stay in the vehicle, okay? And they said, okay, yes, sir. But from what I was told, he would pull people over and tell them that he pulled you over because your license plate light is out. He won't let you get out of the car, and when you get home, all of a sudden your license plate light is working. And whether it was, and then he'll just say, oh, well, you know, it might have been a short, you know, I don't know, something got bumped and it went out when I pulled you up, but it was out when I pulled you over. It was out when I pulled you over, and you're not allowed to get out of the vehicle and check yourself. Now, if this is true or not, I don't know. This is just hearsay. I don't have video of it, and so, you know, take it with a grain of salt, you know, whatever. You decide what you think. But I'm sure that if he is doing that, at some point we can catch it on video if we're out here all the time. These folks here, though, don't want to talk about what he's doing to them and why. I'm going to come over here and push the button so I can walk across the street. I don't want to I don't want to stay in one spot too long. You want to constantly move around. Constantly have them wondering where you're at. So we are at the corner of SH78 and SH205 in Lavon, Texas. I believe this is Collin County. The victims don't want to disclose why Officer Wassmer has stopped them tonight. But as we know from a previous video with Officer Wassmer, we do have a predator on our hands here. We have somebody who cheats and takes advantage of people. And that's a proven fact based on what we saw in our last video with Officer Wassmer. There's some cops out there who are just doing the best they can to do what they believe is right, and they're just really genuinely good people who, and I truly believe this, genuinely good people who are doing some things that I disagree with, but they think they're doing what's right. And then there's cops like Officer Wassmer here. Officer Wassmer is a bad man. There are some human beings on this earth that are just out to hurt other people, take advantage of other people, and just cause harm to others. And that's Officer Wassmer. That's this cop right here. Just, you know, a few people in our society that are just genuinely not good people. You know, the kind of people that should probably be in a cage pending a trial by jury. But, you know, a small handful of people that are just so dangerous that will continue to violate and harm others consistently that they should just be in a cage. And that's Officer Wassmer. He's a predator. He preys on people. He victimizes people while bullying and intimidating. He's got an ego, an enormous ego, which I was able to, and he stank, says Clash with Bow, which we triggered his ego really bad the last time we saw him. Officer Wassmer doesn't like taking orders from his bosses. Hey, thanks, Doug. Oh, I missed another one too. Thanks, Star Texas. He's scared of you. Thank you. I wonder if Officer Wassmer tries to search the vehicle on every stop that he makes. You think he's one of those cops that tries to get a search every time? Tries to turn every citation into a felony stop? You know what I think is unfair? It's not fair! What I think is unfair is that Live PD is allowed to get right up at the window. Hey, how's it going? We got Officer Spencer out here again. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Officer Spencer was here the last time also, and she was absolutely superb. She was excellent. I hope you guys have called in compliments on Officer Wassmer. I'm sorry, on Officer Spencer. And I hope you guys have called in complaints on Officer Wassmer. If you haven't seen the video, go and look it up. I think the video is called, I think it's called Officer Wassmer Predator ? Lavon Police. It was just a few days ago. If you haven't seen it already, please go see it. It was an amazing video. It had everything. It had a bad cop. It had a good cop. Well, I think she's a good person. I think Officer Spencer over here is a good person. It had a bad cop and a bad person in Officer Wassmer. It had We got another unit here. We got Collin County Sheriff. But I'm going to stick with the traffic stop over here. In case he decides that he wants to try to ask to search the vehicle, so we make sure and catch that. But we've got Collin County Sheriff as backup also. So Wassmer called a bunch of backup, like a little coward that he is, instead of just doing, giving the extortion ticket and moving on. Honestly, I don't know what they've been stopped for though. Maybe they committed a real crime. Maybe they robbed a bank, and that's why he stopped them. I really don't know. Love you, Freeman. Thanks for what you do, man. Thanks, News Now Marijuana. I sure appreciate that. Looks like the Collin County Sheriff is going to stay in his vehicle. I got bad lighting from here. Here we go. In my other camera, the lighting is bad right there. I think he just said it was a license plate light out. And it's just a warning. I think he said it was a license plate light out and it was just a warning. Have a good night, guys. And his license plate light is out. His license plate light is out. I don't know if Officer Wassmer kicked it out on his way up, but it is out. There goes Officer Spencer. She's awesome, and I just passed her down the road here a little ways. And I've got that on the dash cam, but guess what I just caught Officer Spencer doing right down the road there? She had pulled up behind a car that was broken down and turned on her rear emergency lights to keep that individual from getting rear-ended. Hopefully she didn't leave that, hopefully she didn't have to leave that individual to come up here and back up Officer Wassmer. We got Collin County Sheriff.
I'm so curious.
What's up?
What are you are you like with them? Are you like the cops?
I'm neutral.
So you're just out just filming.
Yeah.
So do you have like a documentary going?
We're live right now on James Freeman News.
James Freeman News.
Yep.
Fantastic. So nothing interesting happened there?
No, it was just a stop, but that officer that initiated the stop right there, his name is Officer Wassmer.
Uh-huh.
And a few days ago, we caught him at a stop right up the road where he was searching a young girl who didn't know what her rights were. He used threats and intimidation to get her to allow him to search his vehicle. And then once we informed her that she had the right to revoke consent, she revoked her consent, and he refused to get out of the vehicle for about another 30 seconds or so while everybody stood around him and yelled, "Hey, dude, she said stop," and told him, it doesn't matter if you find anything. It's not, you could find a dead body. Once consent is revoked, it's not admissible in court.
Well, I appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I saw him and I'd seen what he did the last time a few days ago, I'm tired. I'm done. I've been doing this all day. But when I saw him,
Yeah.
he needs watching. If you see him, please watch him. Turn on a camera.
This one?
Do they? Are you a magnet?
Yes.
A cop magnet? Hey, pull out your cameras. I'm looking at some apps recently too. Have you heard of Cell 411?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that there's a little thing on there where you can click and ask for help, and it'll send out a notification to everybody in your area if you're pulled over. So I haven't tried it. Yeah, I haven't tried it, and it only sends out notification. You have to have a group of friends that are also using it,
Right.
and so we would need to get like everyone in this area who wants to be involved and say, all right, everyone get on this app.
Right.
And then anytime you get pulled over or you see someone pulled over, you just click the button. It would send out a notification to everybody in the area. Get as many cameras as you can on scene. There's a guy, Schaefer Cox. He was actually from Alaska. He did some work in Montana. Oh, no, that.
Anti.
There's this guy Schaefer Cox who tried to start, who talked about doing this thing where he called it the Liberty Bell. When you're when you have a cop that stopped you and you want help or you need help just to make sure that they don't do anything bad, we call it ringing the Liberty Bell, and it's essentially what Cell 411 does, is calling for all your neighbors and friends and family to come and help you. So, I mean, there's more of us than them, but we have got to figure out a way to be able to come together for those of us who.
You should get the app. I would get the app.
Yeah.
Cell 411.
And we've got a guy out here, Otto the Watchdog, who lives here, right here in the area that does this too. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
And what is your
James Freeman.
James
Well,
Freeman.
check out James Freeman News. That's where this is live right now.
Okay.
And that's where you can find Officer Wassmer being an ass the other day. So,
Awesome.
all right. Hey, thank you all.
Right.
Have a good night. All right, guys. Jeez. I've got a lot of a lot of stops lately. I'm not out trying to cop watch either. I'm out trying to work or get stuff done. And I guess that's why I'm running into so many though. I've been on the road going back and forth, running errands constantly. And so I just happen to be catching all these stops. Thank you guys for jumping on. We're already at almost 20 minutes. Thank you guys for your awesome support. I'm gonna do a video later on that Cell 411 thing. Once I do some more research into it and see if it's something that's gonna be kind of a feasible option that will really work for us. And if it's not, you know, we need to, I mean, it's a great idea. It should be pretty simple and easy to get an app that will do what we want. Where basically, Schaefer Cox, yeah. Where basically we can do what Schaefer Cox was talking about and have this Liberty Bell app where anyone and everyone, no matter who you are, no matter if you've got a YouTube channel, if people know who you are or don't know who you are, where we can all get together on this app and be able to ring each other for help. That would be a game changer, I think. So yeah, for those of you who want to, you can go check out Cell 411. I don't know, again, I don't know how well it really will work once put into play. I was going to do some testing on it before I did a video and showed it to all of you guys and put it out there. But for those of you who want to try it out and see what you think already, could be good. Hey, Las Vegas Free Press, good to see you. All right, guys, I got to end this. Thank you so much for jumping on, and we will see you all next time.